Hi everybody, it's good to see this crowd here. And we know why we're here, guys. Yeah? Our demands are very simple. End unfair dismissal, rise our fares, and lowers Uber's commission. At the moment, Uber's commission is between 35 to 45%. Right? Exactly. So, the 55% you get, the rest of the burden is on you. The cost of running, the car is on you. The insurance, fuel, petrol, everything is on you. At the end of the day, when you trim everything, what you get, less than 35% from the original fare. So that's why we're here. Keep up the momentum, guys. Keep the energy going. What are we demanding? Better fare, unfair dismissal.
Let's go! Let's go, everybody! Yes, yes, yes!
You can't hide!
For Uber, you can't hide! For Uber, you can't hide! For Uber, you can't hide! Uber, you can't hide! Uber, you can't hide! Uber, you can't hide! Uber, you can't hide!
You know, this is getting tougher. Regulatory authorities are getting tougher. They're revoking licenses. They're coming up with new rules all the time. And we do a lot of casework to support drivers who are threatened with deactivation as well as having their license removed by a licensing authority. But when it comes to operators, well, the big app operators have moved in onto this industry over the last few years. Uber, Bolt, FreeNow, even the old operators are having to adapt to that environment, Addison Lee and so on. So the business model is the same, which is to screw drivers out of as much money as possible and to keep the fares as low as possible because they're competing against one another and to keep a bigger and bigger share of that commission for themselves.
Le problème, c'est que Uber, aujourd'hui, nous dit « Ouais, mais vous voulez tout. Vous êtes des indépendants et vous nous demandez aujourd'hui de faire un effort alors que vous ne faites pas d'effort. » Ça fait des années qu'on fait des efforts. On a des personnes qui sont mortes. En France, moi, j'ai perdu des camarades qui sont morts au volant. 15 heures par jour, sont morts. Aujourd'hui, il faut comprendre une chose. Ce qui se passe ici, ça se passe en France, ça se passe en Belgique, ça se passe aux Pays-Bas, ça se passe partout. Donc il faut vous battre jusqu'au bout.
The price of the fuel is almost like £2, for a litre. So that's why we're here today. We're not working today, and we do need Uber, but they do need us as well. So if they can put the fare and stop these dismisses.
Now, we don't have anybody to help us in government. The government isn't going to come in and enforce the law and protect us. The regulators are not going to come in and protect us. So it's very important for us to come together in a union for two reasons. For one, to protect ourselves and our licenses from licensing authorities, and for two, to build the strength to push back against these apps.
This is a modern country. We are not robots. Give people fair hearing. When I was in the bus industry, you have first verbal warning. You will go into the office. First written warning, and second and final written warning. They're going to give you 3 chances. Okay, 3 chances. You're going to go with your union member, like Theo there. You will go. They will sit beside you, and then you will explain the situation. What do we normally encounter back there? Passenger rang the bell, driver did not stop. Passengers stuck out their hands, and driver did not react on time, or driver slammed on the brake, and passenger, with the inertia force, they move forward. But then you talk to human being, not like Uber does. Uber will just fire you without listening to you, They just count us as numbers, which is wrong. We need to speak to human beings when there is a disciplinary situation arising.
Drivers are really suffering from mental health. I won't say concerns, but you have to really take care of your mental health in this industry because there's a lot of pressure. You have to work very long hours. It's stressful being in traffic. You got demanding customers, a very tough regulator. So it's very important the drivers are able to take care of themselves. Part of that picture is greater pay, but also when things go wrong, I mean, one complaint from a customer, you can be deactivated, reported to the regulator. So that's where we step in. We step in and make a representation to Uber, to Addison Lee, to Bolt, whoever, to do our best to get you back on the platform and earning, but also those complaints, if you have a serious complaint against you or if you're deactivated, by law, that complaint is passed to the regulator, Transport for London, then they often start a fitness assessment with you, which is the first step in removing your licence. We're quite good at getting involved in there at that level and stopping that. We'll make the representation of Transport for London to stop that. We'll also advise you on the things that you need to do in the meantime to make sure that you protect your position if you have a complaint against you. So sometimes you need legal support, sometimes you may need a solicitor. In some cases you may need support at the police station. But the union will always be there for you. You never know when it's going to happen to you. It happens to all of us at some point in our career. And when that happens, you need to have a union at your back. But the only way we'll do that is when we come together, united, and bring our power together and demand our fair share. And that's what these events are about today. That's what these demonstrations and strikes are about. But it's what we do every day of the week. We're always doing casework to support drivers. So the union is here to support you, but if you support the union, we can win.